ladies version.
I'm from Abusive. When I met my husband, he's 219. And when I met him, we don't have anything. And the one gathering everything. I'm gathering everything for him. Even clothes, even feeding. And the one doing it. I use my money to rent a house at home instead of living. So before I gave him my old phone and we started the Yahoo business. So God will not bless him. He picked money. When he picked money, he bought 2 bikes. He got 2 bikes. I didn't know about the man change. When I asked him anything, he told me that a long time ago. But then told me the reason. He said I haven't paid the bike price. I was saying, you haven't paid my bride price, but we are leaving. But that's we two are friendly. And I'm supporting you in academy, in everything. But now you have made your own money, but you will not say that you are not to my bride price. Who does that? Who does that? Then before I got pregnant for him, but when I get pregnant for him, that the treatment is much. The treatment is much, but I still waiting because something about for him. I put to bed a girl. Her name is Success. She let down goes into his image. Still, the treatment still continues. Husband and wife have issues, quarrel and settle. But my own case is different. Where we have little misunderstanding, my husband will beat me, cry. What is all this? He will beat me and sit there and be slave. But still, I still there.
So how did you start the Yahoo business with him?
He taught me the work.
It's a long story, okay? He believes that she is his wife, while the guy felt like, no, you are just my girlfriend. I've not paid any bride price on you. She feels betrayed for investing on him. You know, she invested in the Yahoo business, internet fraud. And according to her, he made money, duped someone, got money, and then invested the money on bikes. So he bought 2 bikes, for business, kind of. But he won't give her money. When she asks for money, he won't. And that's cheating. Then she felt like she's been enduring a lot too, by the way, including abuses from him. Like, oh, he would beat me, beat me up like that, assault me, abuse me, then he's not taking care of me. Then she sensed that he was about to leave her. Rather than you leave me, I'd rather do something I will regret. So she's so possibly full of remorse. They're like, man, how did I end up here? There are many stories like that too. And many younger people are currently living that lifestyle in Tinubu's APC Nigeria. I told you the other time, please pay attention to your children. If you have children, I don't even know if, because situation in Nigeria right now, I don't think that advice is really advisable. But let me say something on that. And when I told you to take care of your children, okay, it is to make sure you pay attention to them before somebody else gets their attention and then manipulate that and then lead them through the pathway that you will never be proud of. Okay. But that's like a gentleman advice. And it seems straightforward, right? But it doesn't work like that in Nigeria. Okay. Even before I left Nigeria 12 years ago, ladies and gentlemen, it's actually this month. Wow. Today is 10th of June. I left Nigeria on the 4th of June 2012. This is 10th of June 2024, 12 years ago. And guess what? Even myself, while I was there, I knew, I saw it, I lived it. Then, where children were already breadwinners, there was no all these apps, once only, where people are now, where young people are now taking the pictures of their private parts, selling them at 500 naira on TikTok. I'm talking about 12 years ago. Some of those who are doing the OnlyFans, what do you call private chat, sex chat, 500 naira, 1,000 naira online today, on WhatsApp today. They were children 12 years ago when I was already witnessing where children have become breadwinners. Some of us had to grow up so fast. Some of you watching me here, you had to grow up so fast. That our parents at the time, some of you probably wondered why your own parents were not rich. Now you are like a parent now. So you know why your parents were not as rich as Dangote. Because you are here now, you are not as rich as Zuckerberg. But a lot of us have to grow up. A lot of us have to raise our own siblings. A lot of us have to start like working side jobs just to help our family. At a very young age, we had to grow up so fast. But we didn't grow up into, we didn't grow up into going into prostitution. That's like extreme. It's like you are gone. Or go into armed robbery or other armed crimes. No. That was like extreme. Those who went into that, they're like, but these days, I don't think it is advisable. I mean, it is really plausible for me to be asking you parents, because some of you who are parents, or some parents that you have out there, they are no longer parents. They have become children to their own children, who are now the ones who are now funding the family. That's how the economy of Nigeria have changed. The table turned. So mama and papa can't say anything if their daughter is a war. Don't call me Ashewo. Don't call me Ashewo. I'm a businesswoman. Oh, I'm an escort. My sister, you be Ashewo. Okay. I know it is demeaning to call somebody Ashewo, but it's what we call the people who actually sell their bodies for money. There are Ashewo man, there are Ashewo woman. There is no what do you call it? There is no Ashewo woman without an Ashewo man. It's a business, we understand. And it's demeaning too. But it is the oldest business in the world. Do you know that? Yeah, prostitution is the oldest job in the world. You have no idea how many times people have tried to use sex to pay for something. Oldest. I'm not making that up. It's true. But it is also demeaning. People do it discreetly, not anymore. Our young children in, teenagers, they are everywhere right now. So what are you bringing to the table? And I need a serious man I need a man that can take care of me, a man that can love me with tender love, the one that will take care of me and be there for me. And I say, oh, that's lovely. Tall, dark, handsome. I say, my sister, what are you bringing to the table? She says, what do you mean? Is this one not enough? Is this one not enough? Is my house not enough? What else do you want? I'm bringing you peace of mind. My sister, this thing will be peace of mind, though. Ask all the young men that are currently trying to make it right now out of this economic problem, right? But my sister, this is your house and this is your boobs, right? They are not peace of mind, though. They are really expensive to take care of. So somebody who, if you can't take care of them yourself, and you put that on somebody else's son, that is the products of the type of economy or the country that the policies of these guys are producing today. So I don't know if it is ideal to now advise the parents of such. And you see, what do you call it? Back in the days, right, when Yahoo was coming up, people were not proud to say they were Yahoo boys. They were not proud to be a Yahoo boys. I remember during the Korea-Japan World Cup, that was the time where you could go online, FIFA.com, and then you can just type in 16 digits number. Just make sure that it either starts with 5 or 4. So that the 5 will give you the MasterCard, the 4 will give you the Visa card. And then you can just go there and buy football, buy jersey. And surprisingly, FedEx will deliver them. I mean, if you grew up in a Lupeju, you understand what I'm talking about, right? But nobody was openly proud to be called a Yahoo boy, a fraudster. Because Yahoo boy, it's not Yahoo, it's practically like we knew it then as fraud, but it became something that, I'm gonna, so people would have to actually say they have a job. Some of the big shots of fraud that I know at the time, some of them put up real businesses to mask their fraud. They are not openly there bragging and say they are fraudsters. You don't want to be as worse as Nigeria might be at the time. Nobody was proud to come outside and say, even drug dealers, they were not proud to come out and say they are drug dealers. Not like today in Nigeria. You will see Yahoo guys or the fraudsters, right? These masters, right? They have laundry, a laundromat, right? A car wash, restaurant, a boutique, a car mat. You get that? Something to put forward to make them look like I'm a businessman, not like today. Well, today, you go to hear Pablo, Ìyàwó Pablo. Ìyàwó Pablo, that's the girlfriend of Pablo. Pablo is the Yahoo lord. The Mama Pablo, that is the Yahoo boy's mom. Daddy Pablo. Now they are even calling the wife of the girlfriend or the wife of Pablo, Pablet. Like everybody knows everywhere. They brag about it everywhere. They're like, and it is something. It is something that they believe has come to. Back in the days, or listen, 26 years ago, it was called 419. And I don't think, the moment you begin to live a lifestyle that people can easily tell and say, is either, they will say it's easily. They will say, you've either done money ritual or you are an armed robber into crime, a drug dealer, possibly, or a 419. So none of this is something to be proud of. In order to mask all of this, you have to put up a business, not anymore in Nigeria. Not anymore, fortunately. EFCC will raid the supposed Yahoo boys. But the intention is not actually to rehabilitate or stop them. No, it is to extort them. Those ones who are unable to pay the demanded bribe, now those ones, they carry billboard. Mayegun General. Name, Mayegun General. Crime, arrested for trying to steal $2 from an American. Age, 21. So, this one wey we say in face look like a 50-year-old man at 21 years old, EFCC. So then they will take my car, if I have car, they will take things, phones, everything like that. And then the court will say, okay, go to jail. And that's it. This is like a racket. Like people know those ones, they will say, this one are big boys. So some of them then resulted into, instead of having businesses, so resulted into record labels. Sure, you get like some of them who don't want to like show it off. Well, anyway, Sha, it is just to let you know the pandemic of what people are resorting into to survive in a contraption rather than face the criminals that push them to that that kind of chokehold, right? And don't kill anybody. If you disagree with people, if you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, please, any rage, whatever happens, any rage that will make you grab a knife and stab somebody. Maybe you want to scare them new, or you want to self-defense. In self-defense, so don't put yourself in a situation. Ladies, never put yourself, I mean, let's look away from all of this now. This is me just trying to talk to you because of this, okay? So that you don't destroy your life completely. See, Nigeria is already rigged against you. Life is already rigged against you. If you are from Nigeria, let us be honest and be real, okay? So you may actually spend the first 30, 40 years of your life trying to equalize against life. The type of education they are giving to you in Nigeria is not the type that it's not the type that prepares you for the challenges that this world actually requires to survive anymore. So which means Nigeria is preparing you to be behind while the rest of your peers around the world are moving faster going forward, right? So you understanding that your education is doctored, your healthcare is compromised, your security is compromised, therefore your safety is compromised. You are living in a place where you can die anytime for no reason at all. Like for doing nothing. You didn't do anything wrong. Okay? And anything can just happen, and you could be one of those bodies that people are now moving about and say, 65 people killed. That's what Nigeria is. So listen, and all of this is not your fault. It's not my fault. None of us asked them to burn us to inside that Nigeria. But here we are. So you that is knowledgeable about that, this country where they burn me, and the family where they burn me, is already enough to show to me that I have to work harder than normal people. I have to work harder. I have to study harder. Everything you have to do in life, you have to do them extra than other people if you want to break this cycle. So think about that. And then think about what I'm about to tell you now. It is not the fault of it is not your fault that you were born in Nigeria and you are facing all of this. Here you are trying to see how you can put your head above water, okay? And just get something out of life for yourself. If you find yourself in any relationship at all, and you sense any assault, okay? The first option for you is to walk away. It is for your own good. Yes, your heart will break. Okay. But if your life breaks, you will live with a shattered soul forever. You see, that kind of heartbreak, it's always mendable. You can mend that heart that is broken because of disappointment of love or whatever it is. If you face any assault anywhere, even if you are married, my dear sister, the best thing, because somebody is going to die. And in most cases, it's mostly the women. Any violence at all. Listen, I grew up during the time that they were telling women that the house of your husband's house is a school. Ilé ọkọ, ilé ẹ̀kọ́ ni. Everybody will test you. Everybody with this, everybody with that. You have to show that you came from very good home. Enduring abuse enduring physical assault from anyone and keeping quiet is not a sign of coming from a good home. Your husband's house is not school. It's not a school. Yes, it is an experience, but it is a shared experience. Anything, the moment you begin to sense assault, abuse, slap, I wish I knew this before now myself. Probably, I would have been even more like a better person than I am now, or before now. I grew up in an environment that it was like, the show of force and all of that is a sign of discipline or indiscipline. But what we have come to realize now is that in an abusive relationship, somebody is going to die. My sister, don't let that person be you. Somebody is going to die, and then somebody is going to become a murderer. So it's a two-way thing. It's a shared experience. I don't care what it is that could lead to anything. Sister, bruv, to you, yeah, men get angry and all of that, if you have by any means out of anger that you regret and slapped your wife or slapped your partner, or you said horrible things to your partner, right? We are all coming from a background where we felt all of that was normal. They are not normal. If you don't stop, you are going to become a murderer. And you're going to kill that woman. Or she's going to kill you. And she will become the murderer. And you will become the murdered. Anytime you kind of get to that confrontational level, right? The ideal thing is always to walk away. It's going to be like, don't even try that. Don't fold. Don't squeeze that. Don't. You can squeeze it in your head. You can. And I think murder is still the same everywhere. There is no amount of punishment that's going to be meted at that partner that will bring back that loved one. So you can't save. Nigeria is too tough right now. People are going through a lot. This is the time that couples disrespect themselves. Emi Lombas, they talk to like that. Emi. Is it because the economy is hard? Is it because I'm kind of going through some hardship now? Is that why you are talking to me like that? My brother, that is why she's talking to you like that. But it is time for you to begin to kind of feel like, if Nigeria economy is going bad, right? Its intention is, it's intended to actually get you mad, frustrated, and do something stupid. So if you're the type that is chatty, please talk to your partners. Please. I get mad all the time. Agbeke makes me mad all the time. And it's not because I live in the UK, okay? It is something that I feel like when violence is introduced, right, into anything at all, there's always like, personal regret at the end of the day. I could have acted otherwise. And I could possibly have acted otherwise. Maybe if the scenario presents itself again, I wouldn't be that loud anymore. Even though you are likely going to be loud next time. But personally, walk out of any abusive relationship before you grab that knife and turn yourself to a murderer. Few people will believe you that you are defending yourself. Even if you have to show them all the bruises and all of that stuff, right? Trust me, you will still go down as a murderer. They say. Now let's go to Rivers State. Just a quick one. If you have been following the politics of the Rivers of problems with the Wike and Fubara, you see those 26 House of Assembly members that decamped to APC, and their seats were declared vacant by the court. Excuse me. Another court has ruled today to say, well, they are still members of PDP. Listen to this confusion, right? This guy said they have decamped from PDP. and they are now members of APC. They were paraded and they celebrated that. Tinubu confirmed that and said they are now in APC. I can't send them back. Okay, they declared their seats vacant. Then they said, no, we have not left PDP. We are still PDP. Then a court order came, a court judgment said, no, you've left PDP. You are no longer PDP. Therefore, you should not parade yourselves as lawmakers of Rivers State House of Assembly. So they went to court. Another court now ruled that, no, they are still members of PDP. What the hell is all this confusion? Somebody has something to say about that from Rivers State, PDP Rivers, I think. These guys are confused, it says. I've got no clue. Listen, I had audio on, but for some reason my audio just disappeared in that clip, right? That's shocking. I must have done it wrong, and I wanted you to listen to that. Okay, I'll work something